3 minutes to speak on all items on the agenda. The first speaker for public comment is Jessica Jackson. And also would I recognize Alderwoman Haddon for the purpose of the quorum. Thank you, Alderwoman Haddon.
Good afternoon. My name is Jessica Jackson. And as it pertains to the Committee on Housing and Real Estate, I want to deal with the real estate aspect because we talk a lot about housing as it pertains to low-income housing, subsidized housing, and all that. But we don't talk enough about property that's owned and how whatever it is that you're doing or not doing, it's affecting that. Now, I've been coming here for almost a year now, talking about how the city of Chicago and Cook County has illegally been trying to take my mother's property through probate, and zero amount of help has come from you as the person that's over housing and real estate. I don't know if it's because of the lack of concern or if it's because of the lack of competency. Maybe you don't know how to deal with people who own property. That could be a possibility. But then I know it's not a possibility because you got what? The city equipment coming and doing a driveway at your house. So you know what it is to take care of real estate, and you know what it is to get the city involved because they're involved to do your private property, right? But when it comes to like my case, I can't get any type of support from you. Now, the fact that you don't understand the importance of real estate and the ownership of real estate when it comes to Black people, but you understand the rights of people from other countries, Puerto Ricans, Palestinians, Hispanics, you got full comprehension of that. But you don't understand how Cook County is stealing Black people's property here in Chicago, in the United States, but here in Chicago. And like right now, while you holding a conversation with him, while I'm talking to you about this, that might be part of the reason why you don't know. Because you don't pay attention to people of this skin color, to Black people, when they're not hitching their wagon to brown, when it's just about Black people. You don't get that. So I'm asking you to deal with the fact that Black people's property is getting stolen from Cook County, the city of Chicago, and that you tend to that problem. And if you're not equipped to do it, then you hand it over to someone who is. But you just don't sit back and let it keep happening and letting a citizen come with a concern and you ignore it. Okay?
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Now we have Ms. Zoe Leigh.
Yeah. So piggybacking off of what Miss Jessica said, you already know how I start with my good old voicemail from the law department.
You were trying to get through on over the long weekend. In any event, there are 3 things you can do if you want money for demolished property. If we're just talking about a little bit of money, the Alderman's Committee on Finance, and I'm surprised your Alderman didn't mention that to you. If this is a more serious problem, and I rather suspect it is. And before I sell out, I'll get out.
Yeah, so he's still here. So he's, but that's 17th Ward, Alderman David Moore. So my issue is with you, Brian Sigcho-Lopez, is you saw me outside last summer protesting about the city of Chicago demolishing my property. You also came to me and said that you would research it, you would look it up, you would see what's going on. And to this day, I have not heard nothing from you. But again, you're fighting for some land that's over in Palestine that we cannot get to when my land right here in the city of Chicago has been hijacked from the city of Chicago, like it always does. The city of Chicago, building with the help of the building department, loves to demolish our properties or take our properties. And we get no help. We get no help at all. And it's a cycle. I've been coming down here for a year, and you have yet to reach out to me, and you are the chairman of housing and real estate. Everything does not have to be affordable housing. It was a commercial property with 4 apartments. That's my generational wealth, okay? And Black people, we are never going to be able to pass anything down if the city of Chicago keeps taking our properties or demolishing them and then do not compensate, which is the violation of the Fifth Amendment. Which the city of Chicago knows how to manipulate that, because they feel like if they knock the building down, right, for emergencies, which whatever that means, right, that because it's not the Fifth Amendment, because they're not putting a railroad or a roadway there, you're still demolishing somebody's property and you're not compensating them. Which comes to Blight Act 1947, which you guys should look up, because it still has to go to the governor. The governor has to go to the attorney general, and you still have to eminent domain it if you feel like it's an emergency or if it's a blighted property. Know the law, because I do, and I'm not even a lawyer. I need help. Sigcho, help.
Forum. Next we have Switchblade.
Good afternoon, Chicago. I am here to help remind you all that the Black Americans of this country are the only group that built America. No other group has came here to help anyone other than themselves. And I feel a sense of entitlement from non-Black Americans thinking that they have a higher platform than the ones who were here and have been deprived for centuries. At this time, our Black representatives are showing us that they are not for uplifting their own people based off the policies that they have. I understand the Democratic Party, Black folks is the backbone of that party. And for the past 60 years, we have not had one exclusive bill specifically for us so we can uplift our own people. It has constantly been sabotaged by other groups coattailing our struggle. And I think that is not fair for the Black Americans and for you all not to have our support, not to support us when it comes to reparations, when it comes to fair housing, when it comes to owning own businesses. It reminds me of a Black Klansman. Those are the symbols that I see us having with the new Black politicians, are the Black Klansmen of our society. Their policies have always been anti-Black. And I'm here to let you know that November, when it's time to vote, if we don't have our reparations check, there will be no vote for the Democratic Party. If we don't have an anti-Black crime bill, there will be no vote for the Democratic Party. If we don't have the police being responsible and accountable for killing us, there will be no Black vote. And I'm a young Black voter, and my grandparents fought, and some of them even died, so everyone can have the opportunity to have justice. But this country has never provided justice as a collective for Black Americans. So I just want to let you all know that you need to show our ancestors some respect and cut us our reparations check.
Thank you.
Yes, meeting.
Real estate.
Please.
We talking about real estate. You've been knew about it.
I want you to look at my paperwork.
Is in the 17th ward, and here's which ward is it?
5th Ward.
The 5th Ward.
Yeah. I want you to look at my.
Come with a real ass nigga.